Hello everyone, welcome to how to solve this very nice radical equation. The square root of 9 plus the square root of 6 minus x equal to x plus 3. Our job is to find all possible values of x. So let's start. Since this expression 6 minus x is under square root, so this 6 minus x must be greater than or equal to 0. This implies that x must be less than or equal to 6, and this whole expression at left hand side must be greater than or equal to 0. So this x plus 3 must also be greater than or equal to 0. X plus 3 must be greater than or equal to 0. This implies that x must be greater than or equal to negative 3. If we combine these two, we get the domain of the equation. X must be less than or equal to 6 and x must be greater than or equal to negative 3. Now to simplify the solution, we suppose that let y is equal to x plus 3. If we move this 3 to the left hand side, then this implies that x is equal to y minus 3. Apply this substitution, so this equation will become the square root of 9 plus the square root of 6 minus y minus 3 is equal to y. Further simplify, this will become the square root of 9 plus the square root of 9 minus y equal to y. Since this whole expression at left hand side must be greater than or equal to 0, so this y must also be greater than or equal to 0. Y must be greater than or equal to 0. Now we square both sides of this equation. So this square will be cancelled with the square root. We are left with 9 plus square root of 9 minus y equal to y squared. Move this 9 to the right hand side, the equation will become the square root of 9 minus y equal to y squared minus 9. Now from here we make another substitution. We suppose that let u is equal to the square root of 9 minus y. Since this 9 minus y must be greater than or equal to 0, this u must also be greater than or equal to 0. U must be greater than or equal to 0. If we square both sides, this implies that u squared equal to 9 minus y, and move this negative y to the left hand side, this will become u squared plus y equal to 9. Let's call this equation number 1, and if we substitute u in this equation, then this equation will become u is equal to y squared minus 9. Move this negative 9 to the left hand side and u to the right hand side, then this implies that y squared minus u equal to 9. Let's call this equation number 2. Now from equation number 2 we subtract equation number 1. So this will become y squared minus u squared plus y equal to 9 minus 9. Remove brackets, this will become y squared minus u squared minus y equal to 9 minus 9 is 0. Rearrange these terms, y squared minus u squared minus y minus u equal to 0. This y squared minus u squared can be factorized as y plus u times y minus u. And from these two terms we can factor out negative 1 in bracket left y plus u equal to 0. This y plus u is a common factor, so we factor out this y plus u, and in bracket left y minus u minus 1 equal to 0. Now either this expression y plus u equal to 0 or this expression y minus u minus 1 equal to 0. From this equation, if we move this y to the right hand side, this implies that u is equal to negative y, and from this equation if we move this negative u to the right hand side, this implies that u is equal to y minus 1. Now as we proved earlier that y must be greater than or equal to 0 and u must be greater than or equal to 0. As we proved earlier that u must be greater than or equal to 0 and y must be greater than or equal to 0. If y is greater than 0, then this right hand side will become less than 0, and this left hand side is greater than 0, which is a contradiction. This is not possible, so we can't find any solution from this case. Now we move on to this second case when u is equal to y minus 1. We recall equation number 1. Equation 1 is u squared plus y equal to 9. Equation 1 is u squared plus y equal to 9. In this equation we replace this u with this y minus 1, so this equation will become y minus 1 whole squared plus y equal to 9. Expand this y minus 1 whole squared, this will become y squared minus 2 times y plus 1 plus this y equal to 9. Move this 9 to the left hand side, then this will become y squared minus 2y plus y will become negative y plus 1. This 9 will become negative 9 equal to 0. Further simplify, this will become y squared minus y minus 8 equal to 0. This quadratic equation is not factorable, so we solve it by quadratic formula. According to quadratic formula, y is equal to negative times b is negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared will become negative 1 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 8 divided by 2 times a is 1. Further simplify, y will be equal to 1 plus minus the square root of this negative 1 squared is 1 and negative 4 times negative 8 plus 32. 1 plus 32 will become 33 divided by 2 times 1, 2. It means that from here we get two values of y. Y is equal to 1 plus root 33 divided by 2, and y will be equal to 1 minus root 33 divided by 2. As we proved earlier that y must be greater than or equal to 0. Since this value of y 1 minus root 33 over 2 is less than 0, so this will be rejected. and we accept only this value of y, 1 plus root 33 over 2. Now to find the values of x, recall that we have supposed that x is equal to y minus 3 and the domain is x must be less than or equal to 6 and x must be greater than or equal to negative 3. We have supposed that x is equal to y minus 3 and the domain of the equation is x must be less than or equal to 6 and x must be greater than or equal to negative 3. Since y is this expression, so x will be equal to 1 plus root 33 divided by 2 minus 3. Can write denominator 1 and take LCM. LCM is 2, so this will become 1 plus root 33 minus 6. This is equal to x. And further simplify, this will become x is equal to root 33 minus 5 divided by 2, which is approximately equal to 0.372, which is in the domain less than 6 and greater than negative 3. It means that this root 33 minus 5 over 2 is a valid solution.